we are here with Miami hockey head coach Chris Bergeron as the Red Hawks go into a home series with Minnesota Duluth this weekend after hosting Western Michigan this past weekend. Coach, I'm going to go ahead and start, but what's your overall opinion on Duluth, especially since you played them earlier this season in the pod?
Really good team. Back-to-back national champions for a reason. They lost a bunch of key parts from last year, but seem to have not missed a beat. I'm not sure, on tape how they've played since the pod. In the pod, they look like they hadn't missed anything from last year to this year. With that being said, I thought we played them two pretty close games in Omaha. It could have gone either way. We found a way to be on the wrong side of that play or this play or a power play or something like that. Hopefully we can clean up. They're a team that we feel is a really, really good counterpunching team. And one of our struggles this year has been managing the puck and not handing our opponents things. And this weekend's going to be a big challenge for us that way for sure.
Hey, Coach. Greg Waddell here. With Duluth having played home and away the last 2 weekends like you did against St. Cloud, this past weekend on their home ice, they only picked up one of the 6 points possible as well. So this whole no fans or very limited fans home ice advantage thing doesn't seem to exist. So how does that change? I mean, do you factor that is not part of the element? They're going to come down here being hungry after not faring very well at home. So how does that all work this year? It seems different than years past.
Well, it is different for sure, but none of that has anything to do with our preparation, our focus, our message. We need to play better individually, collectively. We need to get healthy up front so we can hold guys accountable for their play. And that's the focus. We will prepare our kids and what to expect from Minnesota Duluth on the power play, and the Cates and the Kepkes and these type of people. You're gonna need to be aware when they're on the ice, those kind of things. But none of that is different than any other week. We need to take care of the puck through the neutral zone. We need to turn the decor around this weekend so we can have a chance at an offensive zone game. We need to win more puck battles in the offensive zone. I mean, we're right around the 30% mark in terms of puck battles in the O zone. So all of that has to do with us, not to do with Duluth. But what I will tell you is Duluth is going to fight you for it. They're going to fight you hard for it. They have a winning pedigree. They have a winning expectation and standard that they've set for themselves. That's hard to teach. We struggle with that. That is something we're going to have to earn, and that's going to take time. We sweep Western Michigan on the road, and we come home, and basically from the last shift of the first period on Friday night until the end of the game, we lay an egg. We don't compete. We don't take care of the puck. We don't try to pick one another up after a bad shift or a bad whatever. Saturday, I thought we responded okay, but again, our focus is going to be us. And that'll be the preparation, and that has nothing to do with fans or no fans. That has nothing to do with home or road. What you said is true. I mean, we go into Western, take 6 of 6. They come into Miami, take 5 of 6. You look around the league. Home ice doesn't seem to mean a whole lot.
Right.
But we don't have to travel. We hopefully will be hungry to make amends from last weekend too and play better. But as you said, our opponent will definitely be coming in here with a purpose this weekend.
Shots on goal are not a true indicator of how a team fares, because you can win a game while being outshot. Yet now, I think through every game this year, your team has been outshot every game. What do you attribute to that, and how do you kind of turn that around to maybe show a little bit more urgency to get some more shots at those opposing goaltenders?
I think it's even one step further. It's chances. We've been outchanced every game. So take away the waster shot from the point, and so those kind of shots, and look at chances. And so to answer your question, We need to win more pucks in the offensive zone. We've got to stop just throwing pucks around. We need to show some poise, but we need to start with winning more pucks. If we have the puck more of the time in the offensive zone, the numbers will say that those pucks more of the time will end up on the other team's net. We do need to stop turning down good shots. I still think we're turning down too many good shots and making a pass versus putting it towards the net. But the bottom line is we don't have the puck on our stick enough in the offensive zone. That's how we turn it around. Where does that start? It starts with individuals winning more puck battles in the offensive zone, which means individuals are going to have to fight harder for it. Where does that start? That starts holding kids accountable for their play. We keep having to put the same guys out there who unfortunately are making the same, and they're not mistakes, Watts. They're not mistakes. It's not fighting hard enough for it. If you can't win more pucks in the offensive zone, you shouldn't be on the ice. I don't care who we're playing against. These are college kids we're playing against, and we're not hard enough to play against in the other team's offensive zone, which leads to our lack of shots, which ultimately for us leads to our lack of chances. So we need to win. Turn the other team's decor around, which is part of our process, and then win more of those pucks, whether it be through our forecheck or through, some type of us creating a turnover, and then hopefully that leads to more chances.
How about the level of play? I think it kind of follows up the one thing that you want from your players is fighting for 60 minutes. I mean, that it's showing that energy level, that want. How do you think you have that? I mean, are you getting 60 full minutes? Is it here or there?
No, I'm extremely disappointed in that. We let one bad shift on the Friday night first period. There was 8 shots all. We had a goal. We were a crossbar away from 2-0 against a team we had just swept the weekend before. And we make 4 mistakes in one shift, and it ends up in our net with 1 second to go. And instead of a group being able to gather themselves and go back out and just keep playing, we stop playing. That starts with our seniors all the way down. But again, Wads, this is something we've talked about. How do I expect a group of seniors to teach this group how to win when they don't know how to win? They know 8th and 7th place in an 8-team league. That's just the reality. We can, that's harsh, and Burrs, you shouldn't say that. That's the reality. So how do I expect seniors to go into the locker room after, first of all, 2 of our seniors were in the stands because they hadn't been playing good enough. It's just a reality, just honest, just real. So that's where we are. That's where we are. We are going to have to learn this by living through it. And hopefully there's enough guys upset with not putting together 60 minutes on a consistent basis. Because then you go to Saturday, the first 12 minutes, 13 minutes, Wads, were ugly. I thought it's a 4-0 loss at home and not Ludwig's fault. Then we find a way to get through it and start to play a little bit. Score a goal, start fighting harder. But where was the first 10, 12 minutes to make amends for what happened Friday, or just because it was their next opportunity to play a game? Unfortunately, during those times, it looks like our group would rather be anywhere than playing hockey. That's it's a helpless feeling from a coach's perspective, and that's not blame at all. That's just real. Coach just stands there. That's what he does. And in college, what takes time is the recruiting piece, because the recruiting piece helps us with our internal competition, which helps us get the best version of everybody. Because I am telling you, the one way we can get these people's attention, after we tell them what they need to do, if we keep throwing them out there and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, all we're doing is reinforcing the wrong things. When we take something away that they want, which on the back end, with our 10 guys, we're able to do that. Up front, we're not. Our depth up front is being challenged and being exposed for not having the depth, because we've got guys that need to play so much better. And what do? We just keep putting back out there. That's 100% my fault, my responsibility. But until we get that, Wads, we're not going to get the 60 minutes. We're not going to get the consistent 60-minute effort because we're in and out of the mental focus. We're in and out of being locked in and knees bent and in the moment to play. One weekend at Western, we take 6 of 6 and probably get fortunate, but still. And then the next weekend against Western, we get 1 of 6. And we weren't even engaged. We weren't even engaged in the battle for more times than not over the course of 6 periods. And that's a hard thing to explain.